Hot Milk is out in theaters, feature debut of director Rebecca Lenkiewicz, who previously wrote on a number of well-received projects such as Ida, She Said, Disobedience. This movie is based on a novel by Deborah Levy, which I have not read, and it stars Emma Mackey, Fiona Shaw, and Vicky Krieps. Mackey plays Sophia, a young British woman currently living unhappily on the Spanish coast with her mother Rose. Unhappily because she's taking care of Rose, who is an absolute pain in the ass. She's an invalid. She hasn't walked for many years. She's in a wheelchair. She also has chronic pains all over her body and just complains about shit all the time. No doctors have been able to identify what specifically causes her suffering or her inability to walk. There is an undertone that this might be psychological. And they are in Spain because they're trying out this new clinic nearby. Sophia is deeply frustrated with her life there, clearly lonely, fed up with her mother, dealing with her own past trauma, but still sort of unable to leave. One day she meets a beautiful woman named Ingrid, immediately becomes infatuated and starts an affair. But because Ingrid is very loose with her physicality and her feelings, Sophia might get hurt. So first of all, it's an incredibly slow burning film. Even though it isn't very long, just over an hour and a half, you feel the slow pace throughout. Not a lot of flashy things are happening story-wise. We just get deeper and deeper into the characters and the relationships. And all throughout, Sophia is slowly boiling underneath. The frustration and pain and anger are increasingly waiting to be released. Now, my problem with the film is that as good as most of it is, with incredible atmosphere of sweltering Spanish heat and the kind of loneliness in the crowd that Sophia experiences, unfortunately, the problem is by the end, the movie falls apart pretty thoroughly and its resolution left me very disappointed. I thought that on the one hand, the resolution of the Sophia-Ingrid relationship was lackluster and sudden and undercooked, whereas the resolution of Sophia-Rose was kind of abrupt and almost silly. Having said that, I do want to credit the performances. Emma Mackey and Vicky Krieps are both very good, but Fiona Shaw steals the show as Rose. She is absolutely terrific because you too get annoyed and frustrated with her, but at the same time you kind of in a way do care for her and you don't want her to be in this pain. You want her to figure her shit out. I also like the visual metaphors throughout the film. The bars of the fence around the house being shown like prison bars for Sophia. Her dreams about being strapped to her mother's wheelchair and dragged down with it, just as her life is being dragged down by Rose herself. And also the jellyfish, which Sophia gets stung by not once but twice, clearly representing the dangers of the relationship with Ingrid. So I liked most of it, but I didn't like the ending, and I suppose I have to now decide how much that ending spoils the rest of the movie for me. And I think it's not insignificant, because in a movie about things slowly coming to a boil, you want the climax to be effective in some way. Otherwise, you don't get the necessary release, and the ending doesn't feel satisfying. And I think that unfortunately that is exactly what happens here, and as a result, the film as a whole disappointed me in the end.